Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, the next contender, and then this will be the last contender of the day here. We have Ferra Alvina, yeah,
Ustaz.
Ferra Alvina, and then her thesis title here. It is the use of story phase to improve student reading comprehension by narrative text.
Ya,
And who is your advisor?
Mr. Aswir.
And then her advisor is Mr. Aswir. Uh, okay, but before we are going to start this thesis defense, let's recite basmalah together first. Yeah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Let's hope you can answer all the question and then explain your thesis in a comprehensive way. Okay? Okay, come on. Ferra Alvina, time is yours, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The Honorable Dr. Muhammad Sofian Hadi MPD as a head English department and also my examiner. And today I want to explain my final thesis presentation. The title is The Use of Story Phase to Improve Students' Reading Comprehension by Narrative Text. Background and purpose of study. The purpose I did this research because in learning English, there are 4 skills that should be mastered. They are reading, listening, writing, and speaking. The more reading and the more brain input on how language works. The reading can improve the vocabulary, grammar, and writing skills. That's why reading is the best way to improving your English skills. Next. Definition of reading, according to Hagelson, 2010, page 4, reading is the process of gaining information or something from the text. Definition of the story phase. Story phase is an adaptation of story mapping, also using by visual framework for understanding, identifying, and remembering the elements in narrative text. And according to Stahl, 2011, page 28, story phase is constructed by having the eyes as main characters, nose problem, and mode as events and solution. Method and procedures. Time and place at SMPN 03 Tangsel, 26 July until 29 August 2020. And method of the study are using quantitative method, using variables and hypothesis. For the population and sample, the population of 7th grade, the number of sample are 30 students. Techniques of collecting data and analyzing data, gathering data through pre-test and post-test, using p-test and analyzing through SPSS 22 and Microsoft Excel. Findings. For collecting the data, the test considered by pre-test and post-test. The pre-test was given before doing the treatment, and after getting the scores of student test, the researcher firstly calculate the data to get the average of score or mean, and in this result And in this result, officially show that the average score in post-test higher than pre-test. The conclusion, I was conduct this research for 7th grade at SMPN 03 Tangsel, and I use study phase as a strategy, and for collecting data, I use a pre-test, treatment, and post-test. So for the result, evaluation determine that t-test t-test was higher than pre-test. T-test was higher than the TDF. It means the use of study phase was effective for improving student reading comprehension.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, no more that you're going to explain?
Yes, enough, sir.
Okay, it's enough. Okay, now let's try to have a look at your starting with the title, yeah? The use of story phase to improve student reading comprehension by narrative text. Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, on your conclusion, you're mentioning about reading comprehension only and then not putting narrative text on it. Yeah, so if you try to use narrative text, so it will be the same also for your conclusion. Okay, Ferra, you have to put the narrative text. That will be the first, yeah. And then for the introduction, I want you to make or to create a clear introduction. Why did you conducted this research? And then why story phase? What kind of preliminary research that you conducted before making or creating this research? Yeah. And then what about the skill reading comprehension, especially on narrative here? Why did you decided to choose all of that one? Come on, try to explain it, please, from your background of
Why I
study.
conduct this research?
Yeah, come on.
Why I conduct this research? Because I know mostly of students still get difficulty in reading comprehension actually, and their reading skills still need to be improved. And the student also didn't enjoy the reading learning process, and that's why me as the teacher wanna build a good atmosphere. Yeah, wanna build a good atmosphere.
Why did you laughing? Hmm?
Ini wanna build a good atmosphere to students, and giving them a new lesson through study fast strategy.
Okay, second one, what is it your main purpose of this study?
Yeah, the purpose I did this research.
Yeah, that's a question, Farah. The main purpose
Oh,
of your study, please.
oh,
Come on.
the purpose because in learning English there are four skills that should be mastered:
Okay,
listening.
take it easy. Calm down, please.
Yeah.
Your main purpose of study. When I ask you about the main purpose of the study, you don't have to answer it using because. Yeah, I'm not asking here. Yeah, the reason. Yeah, I'm asking about the purpose of your study. The main purpose of this study is, come on.
Uh, I want make students. My purpose is I want make makes my student to enjoying the lesson learning.
It is your purpose or this study purpose. Yeah.
In my purpose.
No, what I mean here, the purpose of study. The purpose that you conducting this study is to, come on.
Apa ya, sir?
Okay, do not use bahasa. Come on.
What is that? Because I know mostly of student get apa? Mostly of student that get difficulty in learning process.
Okay, the simple way to answer the purpose of the study here, just look at your title. Yeah, your purpose of the study here, you are going to improve. Yeah, this study here to improve student reading comprehension by narrative text. That's the purpose of this study. Do you understand?
Yes, I have told before to improve.
Okay, next one here, literature review. You're mentioning only definition of reading. Really? It is only the definition? And then second one, definition of story phase.
Yes.
And then what are the other terms or the other aspect of your research here? Because if we try to have a look at your title, it should be several terms, yeah. The first it is story phase, yeah, and then the second one here it is about student reading comprehension, and then after that one narrative text. You have to explain it here, the use of story phase, how that you're going to improve student reading comprehension, and then how that you're going to use here also narrative text. Okay, Ferra? And then, while literature review here, you're putting only definition of reading. And then it is from 2010. So you're gonna cross this one, yeah? Use 2011 and then 2021, that will be better, yeah? And for the definition of story phase, here is a graphic organizer that helps to read narrative text comprehension. Now I want you to please try to give a simulation of the use story phase here, please. How? Come on.
That story phase, that one of an adaptation of story map.
Yeah, my question, would you mind please try to make a simulation of story phase? Come on.
Simulation.
Yeah, of story phase.
Having the eyes. Simulation. Having the eyes as a main characters, nose as a prop.
Okay, that was the constructed story phase. What I mean by story phase simulation here, how that you are going to make a story phase? Come on.
Using narrative text.
This here called story phase, yeah. Okay, so what is it here? The example of story phase. So the story phase that you use for your study, for your research here.
Gimana, sir? How? What? Repeat.
Okay, I'm not gonna repeat it. Next, let's go to the method and procedure here. Method and procedure, you're using junior high school, and then quantitative method using variable and hypothesis, population and sample. Last one, technique of gathering and analyzing the data. My question, you're mentioning here using variables. Yeah. When we talk about variable, there are two types. First, here is dependent variable, and then second one, independent variable. Now have a look at your title and then try to classify here which one belong to dependent variable and then which one belong to independent variable. Come on.
Which one with the independent variable
And dependent variable. Come on.
and dependent variable? Uh, de- Dependent is students and wait. Dependent is students and independent is reading, reading skills, reading
Reading
skill.
skills. Okay, you have to try to figure out what does it mean by independent variable, dependent variable, so yeah. So which one that giving the influence, yeah. Okay, Ferra? It seems like you are guessing your answer here. You are not certain with your answer. Okay? And then your findings. Majority of your friend that what we got from what we got from the yesterday's thesis defense, yeah, they're putting some kind of diagram, they're putting some kind of table on it, and then your findings here, it is only findings. And the way that you explain your finding, it is not in a comprehensive way, yeah. Findings here, maybe you can simply, okay, the average score of the pretest is blah, 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 blah. And then the average score of post-test is blah, 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 blah. And then after that one, you try to analyze the gap between pre and then also post-test. Yeah. The gap here, it will indicating the successful story phase, yeah, in improving student reading comprehension. That way, Farah. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and then last one, the conclusion. Your conclusion also, just make it more simple, I guess. The conclusion, based on the data finding, based on the analysis, and then also based on data interpretation, so it can be concluded that the use of story phase here can improve student reading comprehension, yeah, using narrative text. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And then now let's try to have a look at your full thesis, please. Open up your full thesis, please,
Yes,
Vera.
sir.
Okay. And it's kinda different with the previous contender. In the previous contender, they're compiling all the chapters starting from the title and then also from the first abstract, yeah, first chapter, second chapter till the last chapter. But here you decided to send it to me in separate way, yeah, in different way. The first you send the, what is it? It's kind of messy, yeah. Okay, chapter one, the use of story. Okay. Okay, and then here, interesting, you quote it from Harmer, but when you try to quote from Harmer, that's good. Do not use Margita on it, yeah. Just use only Harmer, yeah. And then The common problem faced by the learners, Allah stated in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Alaq, verse 1 to 5 here. Iqra' bismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq, khalaqal insana min 'alaq. Iqra' wa rabbukal akram, allazi 'allama bil qalam, 'allamal insana ma lam ya'lam. My question, the relevant or the connection or the link between this verse 1 to 5 with the previous explanation that you created, what is it, please? The relevant or the connection with the previous paragraph?
What? About the surah Al-Alaq.
Yeah, come on. Okay, Ferra, to be honest, when you got your professional seminar, I already told you to revise the verse or the surah that you can use for your thesis, because majority of your friends are already using this surah, yeah, especially verse 1 till 5, yeah. Maybe you can find another surah from Al-Quran or from Hadith, that will be okay. Do not use this one because it's too common, and then there are so many of your fans that using the same, okay? And then have a look at the next paragraph after you put the meaning of Al-Alaq here. In Indonesia, students still get difficulty in reading comprehension. Why suddenly in Indonesia students? Yeah, you have to put the first here, the prologue first, yeah, the opening sentence that will link, that will connect with the previous paragraph. Yeah, so it seems like this, it is not a complete kind of paragraph, yeah, because each paragraph, yeah, they stand alone, yeah, a standalone kind of paragraph on it, yeah. Okay, and then next one, you're mentioning about good vocabulary here. What do you mean by good vocabulary, Ferra?
Good vocabulary.
Yeah, what is it, good vocabulary, based on your opinion?
At the page.
uh Paragraph 5. When you start making use of good words in your day-to-day life, you tend to feel satisfied and happy, yeah? Being able to speak well with a good vocabulary. What is the good vocabulary here?
Pretty good being able to speak well. Because from reading, we will get new vocabulary, new words.
Okay, when you talk about good vocabulary, the opposite of good vocabulary here is a bad vocabulary then. Really? So instead of using good vocabulary, you can use a proper diction. Yeah? A proper diction, it means you're going a proper words and then you're making a proper sentences with the diction on it. Yeah, with various diction that you can use. Yeah, you have to revise that one.
Yes.
And then okay, it seems like you were not putting many of the expert opinion here. You have to put more, at least 5 more expert that mentioning or that discussing about your topic here. Okay, 5 more, and it should be above 2010. Yeah, and then for your background of the study, it will be similar like the previous one. Yeah, you have to put the percentage, yeah, based on your preliminary research. Yeah, so it will be the same. And the next one, identification of the problem. You are creating or you are making too many problem identification. Yeah, focus only 3 or 4, that will be enough, I guess. Yeah, you don't have to put every single thing here.
Yes.
You are mentioning of the teacher told, the teacher had hard time. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, so just try to make it more simple, but it will cover all the 6 problem identification that you already created. Okay,
Yes.
Vera?
Okay, sir.
And then for the limitation of the problem, you have to put also the name of the school, what grade that you're going to put your research. Yeah. So not only with this elaboration, yeah, because you are not limiting the uh, problem here, but you are giving the explanation. So you have to put the name of the school and then also the class or the grade that you conduct this research for. Yeah? And then problem of the study, how does using story test to improve? Okay, this one also you have to revise it. What is how does using story pace? Yeah.
No use how?
Yeah,
Right?
just revise this one. The objective of the study is to measure the use narrative text to improve the student reading comprehension. The previous one, you are mentioning the use of story phase. And then now the objective of the study, certainly you are using, yeah, different types here. You're using narrative text here. Okay?
Mm. Yes, sir.
Okay, and then next one, for significance of the study, all good, I guess. And then now second chapter, yeah. For the second chapter, here, okay, it is still 2010 Helgeson, yeah. And then only one expert, really? Second chapter consists
Oh,
1,000, yeah.
really?
Consists of many experts that will support your research. So if you decided only to use Helgeson, how did Helgeson opinion or Helgeson book here that will help you? You need more from various kind of experts, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then next one, Johnson. That's okay for Johnson. But what I'm not okay with here is the name of Anita. Why did you have to put Anita on it? Hmm? Okay, you have to revise that one. Types of reading, that's okay. And then look at Anita, more Anita here. Revise that one. After Anita, we got Margita. Really? Ta. Yeah? Anita, Margita. You have to revise this one. Yeah? And then reading strategy, you are quoting from Sutarsa. Do not use Sutarsa. Use here Vanden and Rubin. That will be better. Yeah? And then uh, next, teaching reading. That's okay, teaching reading, but you have to put more. Teaching reading based on the school. Teaching reading here, so for junior high school. Yeah, so it is not simply teaching reading because it is still a general one, a common one, but you have to put also teaching reading for junior high school. And then reading comprehension, the definition of reading comprehension. Okay, Tompkins. Okay, that's okay, but not with Santi. Okay. The previous one, Margita, and now here it is Santi. Do not use that one, revise it. And then uh more Anita here, okay? Do not use Anita all the time. And then reading narrative text using story phase strategy. Story phase, theory. Okay. For this one, you have to put teaching. What is it? The previous one. Teaching reading through story nori. Yeah. What is it? Story phase. It's not story nori, but story phase. Yeah. You have to put it here. Okay. You have to add the last part of story phase here with the use of story phase in teaching reading comprehension for junior high school. And then you were quoting from style 2000. Really? Your book here or your expert here is already 21 since we now on our 2021. Okay, you have to change
Like,
that one. And then for your theoretical framework, it will be the same. Make or create a diagram. Yeah, starting with the problems. After the problems, you come with your alternative solution. Yeah, okay, that for the theoretical framework. Okay, and then now let's go to the third chapter. The third chapter, I have to open it one by one. Really, Ferra?
yes, sir. I already sent
Okay.
yesterday.
Okay, and then this grade you quoted from Crashwell, but not with Monica. Yeah, try to revise Monica. And then operational definition, you are using Monica, Anita, Margita. Okay, you are the one using all the time, yeah. And then Ari. What is it, Ari, for here? Ari 2010, requires that one. Use 2011 above, yeah. And then next one, the technique of collecting the data. Okay, it will be better if you try to divide it into two types. Yeah, the first point it is a pre-task, and then second one here it is the uh, treatment, and then next it is the post-task. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, and then it is it's look like incomplete kind of technique of analyzing the data here. You have to put the formula on it. How that you're going to uh, conduct a t-test, yeah? Okay, it is only the description about what the process that you're going to do after analyzing the data, yeah? And then now have a look at your chapter 4, please. Okay, for chapter 4 here, okay, this grade, you start with the pretest score, okay, and then uh, okay, student test score, but every single time that you try to create a table, it should be followed by a diagram on it. That will be more clear, yeah?
Diagram.
So diagram for the table 1, diagram of table 2, that will be better, yeah? And then next one for the data analysis or analyzing the data here, you will try to focus on a process of comparing. Yeah, a process of comparing between pre-test and then also post-test. Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
ini ada.
Okay, and then you were mentioning here hypothesis testing, and then it is still incomplete kind of description. Yeah, you have to revise that one. And then last one, why on earth that you are using only a single paragraph for the interpretations? Yeah, you have to put more details on it. At least consist maybe 4 or 5 paragraphs. That indicating as your process of interpretations. Okay, Farah?
Ya, sir.
Okay, then next, let's try to open more here. For the conclusion, I guess all good for the conclusion, that's okay. And then for the appendix, for the appendix here. Okay, I have to wait it first because it's still loading.
Sorry, sir.
And then where's your abstract of your thesis? No abstract?
In acknowledge.
Okay. And then table of content. Okay, I have to download each of the part here.
Sorry.
Okay. Let me see the appendix. The appendix, treatment of research. Okay. Okay, your documentation here, your documentation, it seems like, but I can see it clearly. You try to arrange to answer from the student, right? Okay, from pre-test and then post-test. But since this one for the documentation, it should be clear, yeah? Because to be honest, I can read it here. Yeah, so you have to make it more clear.
Yes.
And then pre-test, okay. Post-test, okay. Okay. And then you're putting, what is it? Letter of validation. The first here from Agit Patroris, but there are no signature on it. While the letter of validation from me, I put the validation on it. What happened?
There is the signature, but I not put in the paper.
Why you are not putting the one with the signature? Yeah?
Because the signature not with me, with my friend. I forget.
So maybe your friends that better join this Texas defense, not you. Ferra.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Now let's have a look at your abstract. Okay, making the abstract here, you don't have to put a long, useless kind of abstract. Starting with the aim of this research, method that you use, and then also the finding, and the last one, a conclusion. Yeah, so it should be more short than this. Yeah, do not put a longer kind of abstract. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's all. And then please, after this one, you may consult with your advisor and then try to ask your advisor here about the certainty of narrative text, and then also about the reading comprehension itself, and then last one about story phase. I guess it is story nori, but it is not story nori, but it is story phase. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that will be my last feedback for you, Ferra. Yeah? Okay, I hope you will give me your total revision for your thesis. And don't forget to get your after, what is it, after joining the thesis defense card here. Okay, you have to get it from me. That's all, I guess, for the last contender of the day, Ferra Alvina, for her thesis defense. Let's hope you will succeed, you will pass this thesis defense. Yeah. Okay, and then if you are not succeed or if you are failed, so you gonna rejoin for the next thesis defense. Okay, Vera?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all. Thank you one more time. And then the last, I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir.
Stop sharing and recording.